once they introduced like a cool aspect, it immediately went back to we got to kill Jake Sully.
When a man learns to feel love, he must also bear the risk of feeling hate.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacting Show. I'm your host, Feeq or Feeq, with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Dana in the building, man. Shout out to everybody listening to us, rocking with us for another episode. And this one, I mean, we just gonna get straight into it, bro.
Rate us 5 stars before this. Rate us 5 stars. No, you good. You good.
This
rate us 5 stars on all your listening apps or whatever.
Yeah.
And let's get straight into it. Today we're talking about the
Today we're gonna talk about Avatar,
the Way of
Water.
The film phenomenon, as people like to say, but I have words for it.
So we'll give our full, honest review. Doing our reviews, usually for those who are just coming in, like listening to us, we kind of just pick around at the movie, just give our honest opinions.
Yeah,
how we thought about the movie,
different scenes
that we like, didn't like, and how the actors were, and things like that. But
are we giving ratings now? Or we gonna do that then? You want to do that?
I'll do that then.
Okay.
But usually, like before we get into like the details of the movie, we'll give our overall opinions. Overall, I'm gonna preface this before I say anything else. Overall, I enjoyed the movie, like visually. That movie is 3 hours. You kind of feel every bit of it. Do not watch this at night. You will go to sleep. Well, okay, let me not say that because that's kind of disrespectful.
Watch it latest, because I think I went at like 3. Yeah, I went at like 2 or 3 to watch it in the day.
Yeah, well, you saw it. Me and Ijoma saw it at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, don't go in there at 10. You ain't getting out till 1 or 2.
Yeah,
the latest you should watch it is 7.
Yeah, by the time I was like, try to avoid watching this movie late because you will not fall asleep during this movie. But by the time you leave, you'll feel that 3 hours more so than like watching it during the midday. Like by the time you leave, you'll be tired, and it's not like the movie doesn't have action in it or whatever. It do start off slow, but overall, I did enjoy the movie. Yeah, like me and Feeq said, we'll get into the ratings at the end. But even like to give y'all some context of my mindset going into the movie. Yes, I wanted to see it because I was curious as to like, why is this movie even made? Like, in my opinion, I don't think the first one needed a sequel. Like, they killed the villain. Well, I guess we'll get into that, but they killed the I guess, evil colonel, and Pandora is saved, essentially. And we're just focused on this, like, group of Avatar,
Forest Na'vi.
Forest Na'vi, and things like that. You know, I'm cool with that. I don't really need anything more than that. Then boom, this comes Way of Water. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, James Cameron, what are we doing? So I was like, I'm all for like world building. Obviously with One Piece and character development, expanding the story and the lore of Pandora and Avatar. Okay, fine. So I was like, well, let's give this movie a try. And like I said, it's good. It's just some of the stuff was just glaring to me that we'll get into later. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about that as I'm watching this movie. And I'm just like, nigga, like, bro.
Yeah,
and even watching the movie, like, it just smelled expensive. Like the CG. Hey, say whatever you want about this movie.
The CG
was amazing.
Crazy.
Like 10 out of 10. Probably some of the best CG in a movie of that year. Like definitely out of that year, 2022. and in a minute. I mean, it kind of didn't have a choice not to be good because movies like that are always expensive, so they couldn't cost on CG like Marvel and them. But yeah, overall, that was my thoughts. And before I even say anything else, I'm gonna stop and give it to Phil.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. It was definitely a very eye-catching movie.
Yes.
So the way I view Avatar, the first one, I think it was a good movie. Was it the best thing since sliced bread? To me, no. That's my honest opinion. No, it wasn't. The first one wasn't the best thing since sliced bread. It was a very good movie. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like some, oh my God, this is the Grammy or fucking Golden Globe / fucking prize winning shit.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. So for this one, they announced it's coming out. My whole expectation. So usually I go in movies with no expectation. This one, the only expectation was it just has to look as good as the first one. I didn't go in expecting a good story. Mm-hmm. I went in expecting nothing besides good visuals, right? So that was my whole thought process. But then other people kept telling me this is the best movie of the year, man. This is some of the best things I've ever seen. I said, please don't send this in the group chat, because then I'm gonna subconsciously start thinking this is gonna be a very good movie. But before we go into the movie, just the initial thoughts of that. It was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, they had a lot of beautiful scenes. Like, we'll get into some of them later, but just one that I want to say, like, when I guess the adopted daughter like tapped into touched the
mother thing,
the mother tree, and she had that vision,
the mother seaweed.
Yeah, basically. And like that scene was beautiful. Like all the colors were amazing.
Yeah, so very good looking movie. It definitely, as Dana said, I'll just be repeating at this point what he said. It definitely felt like the 3 hours. Beyond that, I'll go into the deeper feelings of how I felt about this movie. But beyond the visuals, the visuals was great. Everything else,
I think we both can agree. Like visually, the movie was amazing.
Yeah, a lot of other stuff was meh.
Kind of. I don't even really want to say meh, because like the movie wasn't bad. It's just like when you start deep in some of the shit that you're watching as it's like going on, and it's like some of the shit was kind of questionable. Like, well, we'll just kind of give a rundown of what the movie was about, and then we'll go into spoiler territory. So this is your one and only warning
before we start
getting the spoilers.
I do want to say one thing before we actually go into it. Mm-hmm. I realize something now with movies. I'm able to shut off, like, it's almost like a switch. I'm able to shut off like my reviewing or like over analyzing movies. But sometimes when a movie like this one, there's a lot of dragging. Yeah, that switch comes back on because I was like, it's taking too long, so I have to critique it now. So I don't know. That's just something with me I've noticed now. When I watch certain shows, if stuff drags on too long, I start turning from like watcher to like, damn, I feel like I need to critique this shit. Mm-hmm. But that's a side note. Back to you. My bad.
Nah, you're good. So in terms of like the rundown of the movie, so basically, and the reason why we do this is so that way we don't like spend half an hour going scene by scene, like going like basically articulating the whole movie. But basically what happens is, so we get like a little rundown of what happened. It kind of jumps off initially at the end of the first one. Mm-hmm. And then, we see Sully kind of getting assimilated with the, Forest tribe, and he has a family now.
Yeah, he's the new leader.
He's the new leader of their tribe. And, everything's good with them and the Sky People, which are the humans.
Yeah, they pretty much send the Sky People off. And then as the movie goes on, the Sky People come back. Niggas from Earth come back.
Yeah. And fuck shit up.
They do what
they drop a nuke. They do what they do best.
They do what they do. America does what it does best. And bring freedom.
Did someone ask for some freedom? And so basically move them. So now they're dislocated. Mm-hmm. So at the point of this basically like the timeline of this movie is like a year later after that happens. Essentially like a year and some change. Well, actually, like a few years after the events of the first movie, because essentially the kids are all grown up now.
Yeah.
Essentially teenage wise, and then it's a year after the nuke incident. So the humans come back and basically take their spot back again. Mm-hmm. And then now we have the original, I guess, antagonist, the current, like the general is, and this is where it starts getting kind of turned off. I'm like, well, not turned off, but I'm just like, what? So he comes back, but essentially like his mind
in an avatar
his mind is his body is in an avatar, but he doesn't have any of his memories. He's not technically the person he was.
No, he has all the memories up to the last fight.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, so he has his mind saved. So he's watching a video of himself kind of explaining to his new self what the deal is.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to, the movie is basically them trying to kill James. Or is his name James or Jake?
Jake.
Yeah, Jake. So they trying to kill Jake.
Yeah, and then from there it goes on to them trying to kill Jake. They pretty much, some shit incidents happen. They push him and his family, pretty much drive them out of the Forest tribe.
Yeah, because they know, like Jake knows, like they want him, and if they keep going, then it's gonna lead to like the Forest tribe scene. So if they leave, then they will leave the tribe people alone. Yeah. So they move to another tribe, which is where
the water tribes.
Yes, essentially. So this is when like the world of Pandora starts growing. Mm-hmm. So now we're seeing other tribes of Na'vi. Avatar, Na'vi, blue people, and now like these people are not just blue; they're teal. So they're light shade.
They're light skin.
Light skin.
Bro, you know what's crazy in the movie? In the movie, I said this when I was with some of my friends. I was like, yeah, they want the dark skins with them. I said, that's crazy.
So they go with the water tribe, and we essentially, and I think this is one of the main reasons why the movie was long. Like, you're introducing a whole new
world, essentially.
Like, yeah, he says like a whole new tribe. So you got to take the time to explain all that, and they definitely fleshed out.
They definitely explained everything, nigga, to the last detail. And good God,
yeah, it was basically like this may sound
opening Pandora's box.
Not like that. But I'm saying like this was basically a retelling of Pandora. Like you had these people come to Pandora, they're exploring this world, like their way of life, and
it really was
the sky people come in and try to kill them.
Yeah. So once they get to the water tribe, you learn different things. You learn about different stuff with the animals and stuff that we'll go into once we talk about certain scenes we actually want to. But from there, transitioning from the water tribe, the humans, sky people, Earth, Americans, whatever you want to fucking call them, they come and they're like, we still want Jake Sully, which was stupid.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's the final battle scene, and then pretty much the movie ends with them beating that small group of humans, because it wasn't all the humans, it was just a small select task force that went to kill Jake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then that's how the movie is. So
right. So
now we're gonna go into
our, I guess, gripes.
I just want to say one fucking thing.
Hey, bro. Go ahead.
So
break it down.
Okay, so this movie, right? Why in the fuck? Once Jake leaves, right? So Jake, the first off, it was so stupid to say we want 30 niggas just to kill one dude, right? That's so stupid. But it made sense in the beginning because he was messing up like their supplies and shit. But once he left, right? Who are they fighting? Somebody who's listening, tell me who they're fighting. Because apparently once he leaves, the Forest Na'vi doesn't do anything else. So he leaves, but they're like, you know what? We could conquer the forest and everything else, but nah, I still want to kill this nigga. So we're going to send everybody after him. And when I was watching the movie, I said, this is stupid. Because I understood why you wanted to kill him. But to go after him,
I low-key, I feel like I do, but at the same time I don't. Like, what? Can you explain, like, quick, like, why were they trying to get at this nigga so bad?
They just hate, bro. They're haters. The reason to me, from what I gathered from the movie watching, initially they wanted to kill him because he was the chief and leader. So they're like, okay, you kill the chief, they'll be disorganized and everything, and they'll probably stop fucking with you. But he left, and they knew he left, but they were like, okay, he's left. He not exiled, but he left his home. Why are we still chasing him? That was the main point I was trying to understand. So that's one gripe I have about the movie. I have more, but I'll let you get into.
Nah, my thing was just like, I guess my main somewhat issue is just like, you have these white niggas, essentially. That's what they are. These white people acting as indigenous people. Think about it. The main cast, everybody except for the guy who, like the male, the water tribe chief.
Yeah.
And
Zoe
Saldana were white. Everybody else, like, no, him and Zoe Saldana weren't white.
Yeah,
that guy's he's from New Zealand. And the other guys, well, Zoe Saldana's obviously black. But everybody else white. I'd looked up during the movie because they're, and that's another thing.
I thought one of the sons was something, but
no.
Yeah, I know that. I know they.
But it's like, they accents was going in and out of the movie.
The son's accent, his shit went from African to like
American
to British, all in like the span of like 30
3
minutes.
hours.
I was like,
yeah.
Like I was looking, I was like, is this a different character?
Their accents were not consistent, and maybe please, and like, I'm saying this at least for me, and maybe Feeq can echo this if he feels the same way. Like, if I'm wrong in anything that I'm saying, please let me know. Like, please let me know, because I want to like this movie. I want to understand this movie, but this is like, there's too much shit that was glaring at me. You got these white niggas, you got these colonizers assimilating with these indigenous people. Then you got more colonizers trying to take over this group of indigenous people in this world.
Bro, somebody, I saw a tweet. Somebody said, this is fucking Space Pocahontas.
That's exactly. And another thing with the Colonel's son, Spider.
That is, all right, so you go first.
Because my thing with him is just like, this is when we start kind of pickpocketing scenes. Like, when he first got captured by the humans, and like he was initially like acting like trying to be all closed off, and when they were brainwashing, when they were torturing him, I'm not gonna lie, that scene was kind of cringe. When they had him, when they were torturing him in that little, green like, spinning little shit
mind thing that's supposed to,
this was kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, whoa, this lady worse than Amanda Waller type shit.
Yeah, I was like, bro, she turned his brain to scrambled eggs.
That's what exactly. I'm like, man, this is a child. I don't know how I feel watching this. And then, that's when he starts getting closer to the Avatar, like to his dad. Because for those who don't know, that boy Spider is the Colonel's son, but they left him there, and he couldn't go back. He couldn't go into a pod, so he stayed a human. We couldn't go into like a cryogenic pod
because he was too young.
And so he had to stay with the rest of them. So that's why we get Spider, and then he's basically he's assimilating with them too.
Yeah,
that shit was just so fucking goofy to be like when the daughter was calling her a monkey.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro.
One thing that. First off, when they showed Spider, I said, "Is this nigga light skinned or is he white?"
Nigga,
because when it first came up, I was like, in my mind, I was like, "There's no like." I was like, "Well, Feeq, there's no way they put dreads on this white boy." I was like, "There's no way they did." And then when I looked, I said, "This nigga white as hell."
No, and you saying that just makes you remember like, I low key thought that nigga was light skinned or black initially. Cause I'm like, who's child is
yeah,
that?
I think I missed thing. That. I was like, who black was on the first one?
Like, I don't even care. I don't know if they necessarily had to make him have dreads, but I guess because all like the tribe, all the Navi have dreads, so it's like fine, they all supposed to be black, really, but
they Native Americans, well, natives, also Americans, but native,
but
indigenous people.
So I guess, and then it's like him painting the blue on him.
Was supposed to be the little markings they did.
Markings. I'm very glad they didn't fully paint him blue because that almost would have been
That would have been
some black.
That would have been Blueface. Hey, bro.
Oh, bro. And think about it. This nigga Jake family is just a family of like taking in children because that daughter ain't his. His only real children are the two sons
And the little one.
and the daughter, Duke. She was kind of pissing me off too.
She was it reestablished the small gripe I have with certain people on movies, certain kids that they do in movies. But I'll talk about Spider near the end. One thing I just have to say with this movie, yes, it was a beautiful movie. This movie could have been done in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because the amount of dragging they did in the fucking water with some of those scenes, bro. I was sitting there like, I was sitting there looking at it. I said, well, Feeq, they said it's going to get good soon, man. It's going to get good soon.
I was thinking the same shit. I was thinking it.
Bro, because that nigga
you
Steve,
told me that.
That nigga Steve and Ronaldo said, this movie going to get good near the end, bro. I said, I looked at my time. I said, hey, we got about an hour left, man.
I definitely was time watching too.
Bro, because
Towards the end.
bro, somebody in front of me had their phone. They opened their phone. And it was like a big ass LG. So I saw the time when I said, okay. I said, I have about an hour and a half left. Okay. Oh. And so I was sitting there and I was like, okay, these scenes are beautiful. But the story wasn't the story didn't feel like it was progressing. It felt like I was rewatching the first movie.
Exactly.
Which I did, which is cool for the aspect of like, oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you want to bring a new movie in that's supposed to be a continuation, why are you telling the exact same story?
It was the same plot.
And the thing,
just in water.
Literally, it was the first movie with fucking H2O.
Water.
And so, one thing I do think that they should have expanded on is what's shit with the whales, right? Mm-hmm. Because the most interesting thing was, first off, the whales.
Right. And then just, not to cut you off,
Yeah,
like, just
good.
for the people, like the whales, we saying whales because they are basically whales, but they are some other like creature in the movie, but like they're basically whales. So that's what we'll call them.
Yeah. So like when they showed the whales and they were like, they showed that hunter dude, it was like, this liquid right here costs 80,000 or 88 billion. I don't know how much money. It costs a lot of money. He was like, it costs 8 billion and it stops the aging process on humans. If that was the entire story for this one, I would have enjoyed it. Because him mentioning that, it made me think, okay, this is 8 bill, so that means they probably killed a few more of these whales before, so how can you stop them from killing the whales and all this other stuff and make it interesting? I was like, nigga, this is a cool plot line. And then they mentioned that, then it immediately shut off after 5 minutes.
Exactly.
It didn't mean, they didn't talk about the whales ever again.
After they sprinkled that in. And hopefully in this third one, because it's already confirmed that they're making a third and a fourth, they probably shoot them at the same time. But hopefully they go back to that in the third movie.
Because that was a very, like, if that was the plot device, that would have been live.
Yeah, I would have much preferred that to be
the
MacGuffin rather than
Jake Sully.
We got to kill Jake Sully.
Yeah, because that was a very low motivating goal. Yeah. It's like, nigga, you want to kill one dude.
To think, why y'all sending the whole army essentially
to
kill one family?
You're sending your quote unquote elite task force to kill one dude.
One guy. Not even really, it's fuck the family. Like fucking son's wife, all that.
Yeah.
It's just one man.
And it's like,
one man.
You're already taking
one colonizer.
You're already colonizing this aspect of the forest. Just keep doing it. If he's not there, just take it over.
And they really brought up another thing, like almost like another plot line in a way where it's like when that colonel and his team first got to Pandora and they were talking to the general. I'll just call her White Amanda Waller because that's what she kind of gave me in the movie. But they were talking to her and they were like, "Yeah, Earth is kind of
dying."
So they're basically using that they're basically trying to re-terraform Earth essentially for humans to come and live there. And I'm like, okay, like this is kind of cool. Like How are they gonna stop this? Basically, like they want to live in this world. I'm thinking like maybe this will be like a bigger overarching story.
Mm-hmm.
But no. But again, maybe they'll talk about that in the third movie. Maybe they'll go back to that because
hopefully
it's like once they introduce like a cool aspect, it immediately went back to we got to kill Jake Sully.
Yes,
we got to kill Jake Sully.
That was the main gripe I had with this entire movie. Like regardless of the scenery and the acting and all that, the plot, the driving force of the plot was so weak. It was like, bro.
They making this nigga. I don't mean to cut off. Like, they making this nigga Jake Sully look like fucking El Chapo.
Yeah, they making him seem like he the biggest crime boss in the world. Like, bro, he left.
Al Capone.
Like, what are we doing? Y'all fucking suck. But I will say, what other critiques? I won't say hating because it's not hating. It's my fucking.
Really, just the daughter. Like the scene when she was underwater, that was a beautiful scene, by the way. But like when she was underwater and touched the tree, and then she had that seizure.
Yeah.
And there's like, oh, like if she does that again, like she can't go back. And I'm like, and her, well, really, again, her plot line with her mom, because I didn't notice until Ijoma told me like how the mom is turning into an avatar. So like, throughout the whole movie, that's kind of hinted, but we still...
She turning into an avatar?
Yeah. Or like basically, like she... You don't want to tell me how like she had that child, I guess, in her human body, but no. Like they had her, like the daughter.
Didn't the avatar have it? The mom
avatar had it, but
But they didn't know how her mom's avatar got pregnant, right, or something.
Yeah, they didn't know how it happened.
That's disturbing.
So they had her, and then now I guess the mom is like slowly turning, like trying to, like her consciousness is turning into the avatar, something like that. Basically, that's kind of what I got. I know you don't listen to this and like, nigga, that they.
She gonna text you. This is nothing I said.
Exactly.
Like you messed up all my words.
And if I did, I apologize dearly. But that's what I got.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, again, this is cool. And the whole way I'm waiting, like, what if she comes back?
Yeah.
No, we got to kill Jake Sully.
Yeah,
we got to kill Jake Sully.
That kill Jake Sully was so. Bro, if you could see my face during some of the scenes, like I would be like, okay, this scene live, and they bring up Jake Sully. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about this nigga, bro.
And then we gotta talk about these sons, nigga. Like this, the oldest. It was clear from the jump, like
that nigga was gonna die.
Not even that. The death kind of shook me, honestly, but they were focusing more so on the youngest than the oldest. Like when he died, I'm trying to realize, like, damn, we really didn't focus a lot on the older brother outside of him being an older brother taking fault for the younger brother's foolishness.
True.
So it's like, and even I'm like, why does the older brother have a thicker accent than the youngest? And the youngest brother's shit kept going in and out.
He did have a way thicker accent.
And both, keep in mind, all these niggas is white. Like everybody in this movie is white. Don't think they native, like Native American, black. Even the girl that I don't know her name. I don't know a lot of these people's names. But like the girl that the youngest brother fell in love with, basically, in the movie.
She black,
mixed. She not black. She white passing.
No, she not.
Yes, she is.
Girl.
Yes. Feeq.
Hold on, bro. I swear I just seen a real picture of her. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
She not dark skin. I'm gonna say that.
Oh no, she definitely not. I know that.
But anyway, it's just that, and I'm just like, also the youngest son was just doing a lot of dumb shit.
Vin Diesel was in this.
He was.
What the fuck?
No way, Vin Diesel.
No, he wasn't, bro. That's what says Vin Diesel, bro. Like what?
Maybe I wonder what he was. Was he the
he was
first
the whale?
tribe?
Was that nigga the whale?
Vin Diesel love his animals. Goddamn, got Groot. Got
Oh no, he's not. He's not. They said they said despite the allegations. Okay, I was about to say this nigga was not in that. He would beat a nigga that voices a whale. Damn, she is light as hell. Bailey Bass, that's her name.
Yeah, like she mixed, but it's like keep in mind, like these niggas is not. They trying to act indigenous. That's my thing. That's the thing that was glaring in my mind as I watched it. I'm like, these niggas are trying to not intimidate, but like imitate indigenous people, and I'm just like,
you know what the argument is though? They in space though, bro. Bro,
we know what this is supposed to be a parallel.
Yeah, when I was watching it, that is one thing they brought up though. You talking about the sons? A lot of their decisions were stupid. And I know they kids, but still, I will say I did enjoy that scene. I did laugh in that scene when he punched the water one. When he was like, I have he was like, what happens when I ball up my fist? I burst out laughing.
When he did that, I was like, he about to knock this nigga out. Like even prior to that, when he turned around, I was like, here this nigga go. He about to smack this nigga.
Yeah, but I will say it was one thing that was not consistent was the way they treated each other. It was very glaring, and it was so. I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Because it would be like one day they're all friends, they're all in the water chilling, they're happy, laughing. Then the next day they're just like fucking being racist,
yeah, basically being racist to him.
I'm like, where is this coming? I was like, I said, am I missing a scene? I said, am I missing something? I said, I understand that kids. Granted, we all been fucking kids. We all do stupid jokes. But like, if I'm friends with somebody, I don't just immediately switch and become a racist. All of a sudden, like what?
Yeah, that was kind of OD. I did appreciate, I guess, the sister of the two, like to kind of be like the glue of everyone, like the sister of the water tribe.
Yeah,
be like the glue and kind of tie everybody in. So yeah, just with that, and also that scene, like when the water tribe, I guess, boys took old dude, Jake's son, to the sea, and then they left him
to the deep end.
Like, this is some dickhead shit.
Bro, I said they're trying to murder this.
This is not funny. Like, they are trying to murder. How the fuck is he? They know he can't get back.
That's the other thing. I was like, bro, he doesn't know the way. I said, he does not know the way. Do you know the way? That's an old meme.
But it's like, he don't know the way back. Y'all literally left him here for dead.
Yeah, like, and then when that shark came up, I will say that was a crazy scene. That shark,
crazy.
Fish, whatever that shit was. I said, this nigga's dead, bro. Even though I know he wasn't gonna die, I said, this nigga gotta die, bro. I said, he gonna die. I was fully convinced. Then when that whale came up and
that whale shocked me. Because I was like, how? Because before that, I was like, okay, he gets saved, but how? Who saves him and how do they do it? So before that will came, I'm like, okay, maybe his dad came. Maybe his dad comes and like either stands in front or like maybe the nigga like the other guy's father came and just stopped him. And
this is you know what the crazy thing was? I thought the shark was gonna like break the thing, get in front of him, and then he was gonna like, I don't know, do that tail connect shit on it somehow, somewhere, and then he comes back with a shark, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, he's him," or some shit. I thought it was gonna be some shit like that at first, because I was like, in my mind, I was like, that's the only way he can get back, and they're mad, and then everybody just like respects him all of a sudden. That's the only way that can happen. Then that whale came and killed him. I said, "Hey, yo."
Yeah, when the whale came, I was like, now he gotta fight this thing.
That's what I was thinking. I said, he gotta run from a whale. I said, it's not looking good, man.
And all that, I was just like, these niggas are some dickheads. Like, I'll be damned if someone leaves me in the area I have nowhere to be, and I'm by myself, and they think the shit funny.
That nigga drop you off in the middle of Galveston, the middle of the Gulf Coast of Mexico. He drops you off. Just swim back. You go out.
Yeah. That's crazy, but that was just, and that's when his accent started being more, I guess, American. Because prior to the movie, he had a little accent. In him, I'm talking like the youngest son. He had a little accent. And the oldest son had the accent. His was the only one that was consistent.
Yeah, his stayed the same the entire time.
Even like the youngest daughter, hers was just kind of in and out sometimes. But like she's a baby.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. But it's like her and the adopted daughter.
The adopted daughter, her shit was American.
Yes.
The entire time.
She ain't even try.
I appreciated it though, because she did not look like any beside white.
No, she was definitely white. Because she was old girl's daughter.
Yeah, true.
And I'm thinking like maybe they'll bring her back in the movie. Like maybe there'll be some scene where she comes back. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like as the movie kept waning and like getting toward the end, I'm like, where would she come back in this? So just that, and then I guess we can get into that last little, I guess, war scene. Well, really prior to that, like when they first came and started burning the other tribes, I'm like, bro, these niggas are some dickheads.
Yeah. And then
like just when I started liking, I guess, Avatar General, he go and do some dickhead shit. I'm like, oh my God.
The thing that pissed me off though was Spider the whole time, because he played both sides. He played both sides, but he acted like he was shocked what they did. It's like
Did you know these niggas are not good people?
He told you that he's going there to kill Jake Sully, not be friends with him, kill him. What in your mind? What else do you think they got to do? Be like, all right, we couldn't find him here. Let's go. Like what? And then when he took him to that cliff to go get like the fucking flying lizard beast dragon thing, I don't know what those ones are called. He took them there. He like, I don't fucking know, bro. He just pissed me off.
Yeah, him just kind of existed. Low-key pissed me off. I'm like, you got this white nigga that know he don't belong here. But it's like, I mean, I guess that's the point of the movie. It's family, not to be funny, but it's like, family, they stick together. Everybody comes from different walks of life. But Sully stick together. Sully stick together.
Bro, I saw a meme about that. I'll show you later. If I can find that, it was hilarious.
But, so I understand that. And that was a nice message, and it kind of stayed with the plot. But I want to talk about this last, like, I guess, war scene, like from beginning to end. When they first when they brought the whales back, and let me go back to like the water tribe, I guess, main people that we saw, like the mom and dad. The mom was pissing me off. I'm like, they didn't explain. I didn't like how they didn't explain why she was so hostile to them. Yeah, specifically, like. Is it because she's racist? Is it because they did something to her and it's like, fuck them? Is it because Zoe Saldana's character did something to her? Yeah. Like, they didn't explain that kind of friction that she had. Because even Jake brought up was like, it's not him that I'm worried about. It's her. And then she came like, why is she being such a hoe?
And even the water chief himself said that. He was like, he pretty much was like, I'm cool with it. It's just my wife. You got to convince her. So that is one thing, now that you brought it up, they didn't really, and I guess you could kind of make the argument that they explained it by saying, oh, all these tribes used to fight back in the day, but they were like, they didn't really say all the Navi tribes, they said all the water Navi used to fight each other. Yeah. They didn't really say all the forest and water fought each other. So that's one thing that like you were saying, it kind of was like, why does she hate them so much?
Yeah. And I'm like, I was just saying, like, is it because she knew, like, what they did? Like, I guess what he brought on the forest people, necessarily like a negative way. And I'm like, okay. But then later on in the movie, they made it seem like she didn't know. Or like she didn't have any knowledge of, like, because she didn't have any knowledge of, like, how these sky people are trying to kill him. So that's why he left. And like even prior to, I guess, the events of Avatar 1. So I just didn't like how they didn't explain that, and she just came off as cold for no reason. And then Was she pregnant the whole movie?
When you know what, that's one thing I was
I feel
thinking.
like when they first
when they
introduced
first
her-
showed her, I swear she wasn't pregnant.
That's what I'm saying.
But then it was like 3 scenes later, and it didn't say how much time has passed. She was pregnant. I said, and I took a pause. Like I was looking at it, I said, "Am I tweaking?" I said, "Did I miss that?" I said, "I know they showed her full, like they showed her stomach at the first time they meet her." I said, "I don't think she was pregnant. She may have been, and we just didn't notice."
Yeah, just didn't
I'm gonna
miss
say
it.
she was pregnant. We didn't notice, but definitely, I had the same thought when I watched it. I was like, was this woman pregnant the entire time?
Yeah, that and then the boys, like her sons, they were just dickheads for no reason too. They got it from their mom. And like they was being like funny.
You saw they try to make that one of them look black with that curly hair.
Yes, that shit was so ugly.
That shit was hideous.
Really, most of their haircut was
That
ugly.
was the worst hair on the entire movie, bro. That shit, bro. I saw that. I said, "Ain't no way y'all gave this nigga a Jerry curl." I said, "This shit hideous." But yeah, so that final battle scene, they pulled up. One thing that made me so angry was like, actually no, was fucking Spider the entire time. Because when they had them chained up on the boat, Spider came down and was like, "You okay, bro?" I'm like, nigga, no. They have a gun to his head. Why are you asking, is he okay? I said,
nigga, y'all are being so dumb right now.
Spider, you're a joke, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just that and the whales when old dude came, what was the rogue whale? The name? I can't remember. We'll just call him Rogue Whale. He was the realest nigga in the whole movie.
Bro, when I tell y'all, I stand by this statement. The Rogue Whale was the most interesting character this entire movie. They showed his memories. I said, bro, I'm fully invested right now. I said, this nigga needs to live. He pulled up at the end. I said, this nigga needs to live. He was the realest nigga in the entire movie.
That's what I'm saying.
He had maybe 15 minutes of screen time, but that was the realest person, realest creature in the entire movie.
Yeah.
He was more interesting than all the children beside the mutant girl.
Yeah. It was sad when when the mom, I guess when a water tribe mom's whale died.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not even gonna say it. 'Cause I said it off air. It was just like, I didn't feel anything. I was just like, your ass get being mean and shit. Fuck your daughter, fuck your baby.
Fuck my daughter? Yes, nigga. Fuck that bitch. Yeah, he was the realest. I like how they gave him shine.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that last sequence of fight scenes though was the best part of the movie, and it's not even just because it was the action. Well, that is a heavy part. I won't lie. I'll act like a meathead right now. That was definitely a heavy reason because the action, but it just started tying up stuff so that I enjoyed that, and I'm glad that poacher nigga died.
Yeah,
when his arm got cut off. Even though I feel like they might bring him back on some whole shit.
I really hope not. I hope he stay dead. Like what the general was supposed to be. And this, I guess, goes back to like that last fight scene. So prior to that, when the son died, that was sad only because I'm like, damn, like, bro, you got this nigga killed.
Yeah. And it's crazy because as soon as he picked up the gun, I had said it with the people I was with. I said, like, as soon as he picked up a gun, I was like, this nigga gonna die. I like said it like real fast. I was like, this nigga gonna die, watch. And they're like, huh? I said, don't worry about it. And then like it progressed, and then he was like, go, and he started shooting. I said, yep. I said, this is exactly where he's about to die. And then they showed him run and jump. I said, he got shot. I said, he got shot. And then
I was like,
he started moving. He started like flailing the water. I said, yep.
Yeah, I was hoping it was like a flesh wound, but nah, it was fatal. And
that shit was through his chest.
I was like, damn.
At first I thought it was like through a leg. So I was like, okay, he can maybe live. Then they showed that blood gushing. I said, damn. Yeah, I did feel
it was
sad.
just like, the dad, like Jake wasn't really fucking with his youngest son, and he just wanted to be like different so bad, like alone. And so I'm like, nigga, you're not alone. You have a whole family. Like you, they fuck with you, nigga. You just being dumb.
That nigga want to be misunderstood.
Exactly. Him and that Will, honestly, but him specifically, the youngest son.
Yeah. Then you see Zoe Saldana's avatar tweet. Hey, bro, when she
went
turned
rogue,
up, when
she turned up. Hey, livest moments of the movie. Like,
this should
really,
been the
that
whole
last,
movie.
like that whole, I guess, war scene.
Yeah, that whole 40 minutes, 30 minutes, however
was
long
like
it was.
probably the best part.
That was
of the
peak.
movie.
That was 10 out of 10. I'll give it that.
And then when Zoe Saldana went like scorched earth, and
Nigga, she had that knife. She had.
And nigga, so when Jake and the general were fighting, and then when Zoe had when Zoe had Spider,
Yeah.
she was gonna kill him.
She was going.
She was ready to
I was
die.
fully prepared for him to die
she
too.
was ready to kill him. I mean, I thought he was gonna. I didn't think he was gonna die, but I'm like, I wouldn't be hurt if he did.
I wouldn't be hurt. I wouldn't have cared.
I'd be like, oh. That's literally what it would have got for. I was like, oh.
That nigga Spider get 5 seconds. Oh shit! All right, back to the movie.
Nah, but when she cut his chest, I was like, wow, she's not playing.
Yeah, and you could tell.
But when she first grabbed him, like had him hot, I was like, whoa, like what the fuck is going on? Because we already knew, like when the general had the adopted daughter, and like when she had her, I was like, I don't know how they getting out of this one.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that's a Joe dumbass gift for trying to go back and trying to be hero. You know, get niggas getting caught. It is just, it's like every time I would think the movie's gonna end. Nope.
No more stuff.
More
happened.
stuff.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And then even after that fight scene, like when they were even
Submerged.
I guess before when they were submerged, when he sank in the river, I was like, okay, movie's done. Nope. They stuck and they might die. And then when the girl basically became fucking Mara, Aquawoman, and was saving them.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, they all gotta live because they got a third movie to be in.
Yeah, I thought I low-key for sure thought Zoe Saldana's character was gonna die.
I low-key thought Jake was gonna die.
I thought one of the parents was gonna die.
I was like
Jake. I said Jake might die or Zoe Saldana.
I was like, maybe he dies and then it's like a passing of the torch to the son. But I'm like, I knew going into the movie, I was like, okay, they're making a third. So how does this ending kind of lead to the third? So okay, he's still alive. The general, unfortunately, is still alive. I'm like, he needs to die. That shit pissed me off. I'm like, why are you saving this man who's technically not your dad?
That's what really made me mad, bro. Because Spider, I get it, bro. You're like, oh yeah, it's my father / not father figure. Now I have a connection with somebody besides the Sullys. But like, bro, he literally just tried to kill your entire quote unquote family. Whether
I was like, that's your real family. This random. He even said when you were held hostage with Joey, he's like, he ain't mine.
Said it casually, and the thing is, he literally just had your fucking cousins, sibling, whatever you want to fucking call them, your hostage, and was ready, had a gun to their head, and said, "I will kill them unless he comes out." And you're gonna save him?
Yeah,
you dumb piece of
like,
shit.
bro, he needs to die because now he gonna come back in the third one and do the same shit. It's just gonna be the same cycle, just with a different tribe.
Yeah, so that nigga,
Because I was thinking, I was like, what if they start the third one the same way they started this one? Like the sky people, the humans come drop a bomb on their ass, and now they got an underwater base. And
apparently the third one's supposed to be about a fire tribe.
Yeah, they're like talking about the ash people. I'm like, they supposed to be niggas. Like, the first ones, yeah, they were niggas, but this different real niggas. Like ash people, what they supposed to be, gray?
They gonna make them niggas charcoal. Nah, this shit was Spider pissed me, bro. Spider should have died, bro. If he died in the next movie, I would not feel any type of way. I would not feel any emotion. and you can't convince me otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how we felt about the movie. So overall, it was watchable.
That's disrespectful, but it was like, please, like, it was a lot of good stuff, but it was just some flaring things I could not let slide. It's just shit I couldn't let slide.
It's some stuff where, like, when you really look at it, you can see why it's like, damn, this shit doesn't add up. But like, if you, I can't say this in a nice way. I was about to say, if you turn your brain off and watch it, it's amazing. Okay, if you watch it, right, if you're just watching it just to watch the movie, it's good. But if you watch it and you understand like plot lines and shit, and like if you want something very deep, you're not getting nothing very deep. I'll say that.
Nothing is deep.
Nothing deep beside the damn water.
Water, exactly.
So it wasn't an awful movie. It's watchable. I'm not about to pay to watch it again. I know that's for sure.
Yeah, like low key, honestly, if I was very ready to watch it on Disney Plus, that's really why I was waiting. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch, if I want to pay that. Thankfully, me and Ijoma went during matinee, and it was good.
I was not
so
doing that.
The tickets were only like $9. I don't even think it was. Well, it was like $9-10, so it wasn't that bad. And the theater we went to, like, it was fine. I can only imagine watching a movie like that in fucking IMAX 3D. Your brain will probably explode.
I watched it in IMAX just because I was like, nigga, if I'm gonna see this in theaters, I might as well
go all out.
Yeah, but I watched it during matinee, so it was a little cheaper. But, yeah. What do you rate the movie before I give mine?
I give it like a 7 at best. Because it's really just the first one retold as in water, like just with a different tribe. It's the same plot. It's the same story. Well, not same story, but like it's the same ideals and same plot. Essentially, you had these new people coming in this new tribe, trying to learn their way and get assimilated. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but whatever. But getting acclimated with their tribe and shit like that. And then you have these humans trying to colonize and take over.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they fighting back. And they hold them off for now. But it's like, we seen they come back stronger. Yeah. And they gonna nuke y'all ass.
And they already got a freaking hometown base. She said them damn robots make a fucking building. How long she said?
She said a building in like an hour, like 3 hours. I was like, nigga.
I thought she said a week.
No, it was like 3.
Maybe she said 3 days.
I think it's probably like 3 days, realistically. But still, that's still fast as fuck.
It makes it under a month, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you have a home base. You said 7 out of 10.
Because I try not to like grade things on us, because people say a lot of, like, use 7 to rate a lot of different shit. It was like, it's good. Like again, visually amazing, CG and everything, 10 out of 10. I see why they made billions of dollars, and I see why people like this movie. Mm-hmm. But it's just it was just some glaring shit that I went in. Plus, I didn't believe this movie needed to be made, for one. So this movie, there didn't need to be a sequel. But, I'm gonna watch it, and I watched it for what it was, and it's good. But it's not the greatest thing since sliced bread.
That's true. My honest opinion, bro. Okay, I have 2 ratings, right? And I have 2 ratings for a good reason. My first rating for this movie, my first rating is a 5.5. Solely because, and niggas, I told somebody this, they were so mad. The movie didn't need to be fucking 3 hours. It didn't need to be 3 hours. It could have been 2. And it's not better than the first one.
Yeah.
So that first rating is a 5.5. Maybe a 6. If I take away like all the really small stuff I didn't like, if I take away that, it's a 6. If it was like 2 hours long, I'd give it a 7. But that 3 hours was just too much. So yeah, I give it a 5.5.
So you don't think this was the best movie in 2022?
Hell no.
What do you think the best movie of 2022?
What all came out?
We may have to do a video. We may have to do an episode.
What's it called? Was way better than this. The one with Jonathan Majors. Devotion. I watched. I won't lie. I cried in that movie.
Interesting.
I shed a few tears at the end. That movie was one of the best movies I saw that year. Top Gun was probably better. I still haven't watched Top Gun, but everybody I've known who watched Top Gun said it was the best movie of the year.
Do you think Bullet Train was better than this?
Oh yes, yes, way better, way nigga, 100 times better. Bullet Train was amazing. Bullet Train one of the best. Bullet Train came out last year. Was it a year before?
It was 2022.
Damn. Yeah, Bullet Train one of the best movies I saw.
Yeah, okay. I agree, but I don't think Avatar was just terrible, like 5.5 bad. I think like it's a 7. Like nothing more.
But like if I put it up, if we put the scale for last year, we could do a totally different video about this. I mean, show. Just from me thinking right now, I might put it lower. If we do it up against everything last
let
year.
us know if y'all want us to rank the movies that we've seen
Last
in
year.
a different episode, like the best movies that are coming out of 2022. But with that being said, I think that's really everything we can talk about.
I
for
can't
this
add no
movie.
more. Fuck Spider.
So that we will go into our get our bag section.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag of beef, bag.
All right. Freak. Give me 1 second. For this get in our bag question, it is coming from give me 1 second. So this is from Keyshawn. He said this is hypothetical, right? He said if your girl brings in another girl for a threesome on Valentine's Day, can she get mad at you if you ask for another threesome later on, like after Valentine's Day? You can abstain from the answering if you want to.
I'll let you answer, and I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
I'll let you go first.
So for this question, I think it depends. You know, like I'm not in a relationship right now, so but I mean, like if your girl felt comfortable enough to bring up a threesome on, say, Valentine's Day, I think after that it's like if you were comfortable enough to bring it up, right? If she was comfortable enough to bring it up this one day, I mean, what's the problem with bringing it up another day? That's how I feel it.
I gotta think about this in like the eyes of Ijoma, because she would never do this. Never. She would never do anything like this. So I don't even know if I can think about that. I think I'm gonna pass on this question.
It's all good.
For the respect of me and Ijoma, and just knowing that she would never do that. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know how I'd react if she did that. Like if she brought that shit up, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I don't even know if I want to do that.
It's all good. No, when he said this question, I burst out laughing in the car. I started crying. Like I said, bro, I ain't no way you want me to ask this. Yeah, but I mean, Is Valentine's Day really that important?
Yes.
Why are you choosing one day to show that amount of love when you can just do it whenever?
Now that is true. It shouldn't just be Valentine's Day where you're going your hardest in terms of loving your partner. Like you should be doing that regardless.
Exactly.
But Valentine's Day is important because of the day, you know, what it means, what it symbolizes. Like you should maybe be going a little, I guess, extra
that day.
But it's
That's
like
true.
that shouldn't be the only day of the year
That you're trying to go crazy.
That you're trying to like spoil your girl
Okay.
or like show her that you love her. Like it should not only just be Valentine's Day. That needs to be
Constant.
Constant.
Yeah. Get you a Dana.
Don't even do that. I just try my best. And my best is very good.
All right, bro. Do you have another get in your bag question while I try to shift through these?
I don't know. I'm still kind of stuck on that threesome one. It's like,
Nigga, mine is like, oh my goodness. The other one is so I don't know if you've seen it. It was this tweet or from some show. I don't know, one of those, I guess, reality TV shows that people for some reason watch. It was some dude talking about I guess his girlfriend wanted him to pay $250,000 for a wedding, but she doesn't work.
His girlfriend wanted
their wedding to be $250,000. Like pretty much he broke down how much it would cost, and it'd be $250,000. And she wanted him to pay all.
That.
Because one she doesn't work, and the other thing is she called him broke when he was like, we could just go down to a courthouse or something, get married and invest like half of that money into something. But then, I guess in the thing, she called him broke. Keyshawn and Jordan sent it to us.
Okay.
They're like, what are our thoughts on that? I was like, nigga, I don't know. That's it.
I'll just say, it depends on, because my thing is, damn, I'm kind of taken aback because this lightning is going crazy. But, like, you know, I understand, like, some situations may cause your spouse not to work, and that's fine, but like I don't want to date, and this is what I love about Edoma. She's not lazy. Like
she ain't a bum.
Can't just like you can't just be okay with not doing anything.
Yeah, that's one thing I was thinking too. I was like, if you don't work, at least have a hobby or something.
That or just something
that's
to
productive.
Occupy your time. Some like if you're doing like you need to be keeping yourself productive. You can't just be at home not doing shit, watching reality TV.
Yeah, and this go outside of just like relationship. And this one question they asked us, it's just like, nigga, don't be a bum.
Yeah, like so. I guess to that question, I mean,
like what?
I guess is he? Wait, so what's the question? Like, I guess our thoughts.
I think they were just asking like, what do we think about that? I mean, my whole thing is like, nigga.
Like, don't call me broke if you the one not working and not looking to work.
Yeah, like,
that's the thing. You're not looking. It's like it's one thing if you don't have a job, but it's like if you're trying to find a job and it's not, you know, job markets are up and down. It's like you just can't find nothing at this moment. Like, okay, that's one thing, but you get on me for not wanting to put all of my money essentially in this wedding that I know you're not going to contribute to in any way.
Yeah.
And you getting mad at me when this is supposed to be both of us? Like,
yeah.
No, don't. Nah,
that's true. Yeah, I feel the same way.
That being said, we're going to go ahead and get into our final section, our redacted rules. So again, just to repeat how these work. You know, every episode we come in this, whether it's a guest or one of us, me or Feeq, you know, we come to y'all with a rule to live by in this world that we call Earth, you know. So this time it's Feeq's turn. So Feeq has a rule for us.
I just thought of something, but I'm gonna save it for when we get closer to February. I thought of something very funny as a redacted rule, but I'm gonna wait. For this one, since it is still near the beginning of the year, and the last rule, Dana said, "I just do it." For for this one, I think the rule should be don't be afraid to get lost in the process. And what I mean by that is when you're invested in something, whether that's like, I don't fucking know, you're painting, you're drawing, you're doing something creative, a business, your career wise, don't be afraid if you kind of like focus on it a lot. Because a lot of times people think when they're like overly focused on something, they're like, oh, this might not be good because I'm taking away from other things. Mm-hmm. Nah, allow yourself to get kind of lost in it, because that just means you're invested in it and it's gonna pay off. So
yeah, definitely love the journey.
Yeah.
But with that being said, another episode of Redacted Show. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us for one more again.
Yeah, fuck that nigga Spider.
Make sure you guys share us on all platforms. Listen to us. Rate us a 5-star. Please comment, like, download us, share us. I know I said it already, but
rate us 5 stars so we can catch who the number one podcast in the world? Joe Rogan? I think he does have the number one. No, I'm dead as for stats.
No, I
think he's number one.
I believe you try to get to Joe Rogan's status.
Yeah, not his viewpoint status, but yeah.
Yeah, y'all know what we mean. But with that being said, it's been your boy Day to Day,
your boy Feeq,
and we out.
Peace. Fuck Spider.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fed, keep it all of the hoes on mute. Pull up park, could be yellow in a brew. 48 vert, quick burns. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The semen was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was made.